50 vocabulary for education. Plagiarism: the act of using someone else's work, ideas, or words without giving proper credit or authorization. Example: plagiarism is connected a serious offense and can result in academic penalties. Pedagogy: the method and practice of teaching. Example: the teacher used various pedagogical techniques to engage the students in active learning. Scholarship: financial aid or grant awarded to students based on their academic achievements or other criteria. She received a scholarship to pursue her higher education at a prestigious university. Curriculum: the subjects, courses, and content that are taught in an educational institution. Example: the school has developed a well-rounded curriculum that includes both academic and extracurricular activities. Literacy: the ability to read and write. Example: the literacy rate in the country has significantly improved over the past decade. Pedagogical: relating to the method and practice of teaching. Example: the school implement pedagogical strategies that promote critical thinking and problem solving skills. Assessment: the process of evaluating and measuring students' knowledge, skills, and abilities. Example: the final exam is a comprehensive assessment of the student's understanding of the course material. Lecture: a formal presentation or talk given by a teacher or expert to an audience. Example: the professor delivered a captivating lecture on the history of art. Academic: pertaining to education, especially at the college or university level. Example: she received numerous academic awards for her outstanding performance in her studies. Tutor: a person who provides individual instruction guidance to a student outside of the regular classroom setting. Example: he hired a math tutor to help him improve his understanding of calculus. Enroll: to officially register or sign up for a course program institution. Example: she decided to enroll in a foreign language class to expand her cultural knowledge. Graduation: the ceremony or process of receiving an academic degree or diploma upon completion of a course of study. Example: the graduation ceremony was a momentous occasion for the graduating students and their families. Pedagogical: relating to the methods and practice of teaching. Example: the school implements pedagogical strategies that promotes critical thinking and problem solving skills. Extracurricular activities pursued outside of regular academic curriculum, often involving clubs, sports, and community service. Example: she participated in various extracurricular activities such as a debate club and volunteering at a local shelter. Research: systematic investigation and study of subject to discover new knowledge or deepen understanding. Example: the research project aimed to explore the effect of climate change on coastal ecosystem. Discipline: a branch of knowledge or a field of study. Example: psychology is a discipline that explores the human mind and behavior. Remedial: intended to improve or correct deficiencies in knowledge or skills. Example: the students attended remedial classes to catch up on math skills. Accreditation: the process of officially recognizing An educational institution or program is meeting certain standards of equality, quality, and effectiveness. Example, the university received accreditation from a reputable accrediting agency. Proficiency, the level of skills or expertise in a particular subject or area. Example, she demonstrated a high level of proficiency in playing and the piano. Inclusive education, an approach that ensures all students, regardless of their abilities or backgrounds, have equal access to education. Example, the school implemented inclusive education practices to create an environment that welcomes and supports students with diverse needs. Peer review, the evaluation and feedback process carried out by experts or peers in the same field. Example, before publishing the research paper, it underwent a rigorous peer review process. Critical thinking, the ability to analyze, evaluate, and form independent judgment based on evidence and logical reasoning. Example, the course focus on developing critical thinking skills to help students approach complex problems. E-learning, learning facilitated through electronic technology usually delivered by computers or the internet. Example, the company could provide e-learning modules for employees to enhance their professional skills. Motivation, the inner drive or desire to accomplish a goal or engage in a particular activity. Example, the teacher used various strategies to inspire and motivate students to excel in their studies. Pedagogical content knowledge, the specialist knowledge and understanding that teacher possess about the content they teach and how to effectively teach it. Example, the teacher's pedagogical content knowledge enable them to explain complex scientific concepts in a way that students could easily understand. Resourcefulness, the ability to find and effectively and utilize resources to solve problems or achieve goals. Example, the students' resourcefulness in conducting research helped them gather valuable information for their project. Differentiation, the practice of adapting instruction and learning experience to meet the individual needs and abilities of students. Example, the teacher employed differentiation strategies to accommodate diverse learning styles in the class. Proctor, a person who supervises an examination to ensure its integrity or fairness. Example, the proctor walked around the exam room to monitor the students during the test. Interactive whiteboard, a touch-sensitive board connected to a computer used for interactive teaching and presentation. Example, the teacher used the interactive whiteboard to engage the students in interactive learning activities. Co-curricular, uh, activities or programs that complement academic curriculum and contribute to their holistic development of students. Example, the school offer a range of co-curricular activities including sports, arts, and clubs. In-service training, professional development and training provided to teachers and educators while they are actively working. Example, the school organized an in-service session for teachers to learn about new teaching methodologies. Gradual release model, a teaching approach that involves gradually transferring responsibility for learning from the teacher to the students. Example, the teacher used the gradual release model, starting with explicit instruction and then gradually allowing the student to work independently. Differentiated instruction, the practice of tailoring instruction to meet the unique learning needs and preference of individual students. Example, the teacher used differentiated instruction strategies to provide different activities and resource based on students' abilities and interest. Aptitude, natural ability or talent in a specific area or subject. Example, she displayed an aptitude for mathematics from a young age. Multicultural education, an educational approach that promotes understanding, respect, and appreciation for diverse cultures and backgrounds. Example, the school incorporates multicultural education into the curriculum by incorporating literature and activities that highlight different cultures. Pedagogical innovation, the introduction of new teaching methods, approaches, or technologies to enhance the learning experience. Example, the teacher's pedagogical innovation included using virtual reality simulation to engage students in science lesson. Metacognition, the awareness and understanding of one's own thinking process and the ability to reflect on and regulate one's own learning. The teachers encourage the metacognition by promoting students to think about their thinking and reflect on their learning strategies. Inclusion, the practice of providing equal access and opportunities for all students, including those with disabilities or special needs within the general education classroom. Example, the school fosters an inclusive environment where all students feel valued and supported. Flipped classroom, a teaching model where students learn new content or concept outside of class, typically through videos or readings, and class time is used for discussion, application, and problem solving. Example, in the flipped classroom, students watch lecture at home and then come to class prepared to engage in group activities and discussion. Bloom's taxonomy, a hierarchical framework that classifies different levels of cognitive thinking, ranging from simple recall to complex analysis and evaluation. Example, the teacher designed activities that targeted different levels of Bloom's taxonomy to promote deeper learning. Resilience, the ability to adapt, bounce back, and recover from setback or challenge. Example, developing resilience in an important aspect of education as it helps students overcome obstacles and persevere. So, a Socratic method, a teaching technique that involves asking questions to stimulate critical thinking and encourage active participation in discussions. Example, the professor used the Socratic method to engage students in lively debates and encourage independent thought. Authentic assessment. Evaluation methods that require students to demonstrate their knowledge and skills in real-world meaningful contexts. Example, the project-based assessment allowed students to apply their learning to a practical scenario and showcase their understanding. STEAM, an educational approach that integrates science, technologies, and engineering, arts, and mathematics to foster interdisciplinary learning and problem-solving skills. Example, the school introduced a STEM program to promote creativity and innovation through hands-on project-based learning. Pedagogical strategies, various methods and techniques used by educators to facilitate effective teaching and learning. Example, the teacher employed a range of pedagogical strategies such as cooperative learning and hands-on activities or to engage students. Active learning, A student-centered approach that involves engaging students in activities that require them to actively participate, think critically, and apply properly, apply knowledge. Example, the classroom environment encourages active learning through group discussion, problem-solving tasks, and experiment. Intervention, targeted actions or programs implemented to support students who are experiencing difficulties or require additional assistance. Example, the school provided interventions such as extra tutoring and individualized support to help struggling students improve their performance. Mastery learning, an instructional approach that emphasizes students mastering a specific skill or concept before moving on to the next level or topic. Example, the teacher implemented mastery learning by providing additional practice and support until each student demonstrated proficiency. A reflecting practice, the process of thoughtfully considering one's teaching methods, actions, and experience to improve instructional practice. Example, the teacher engaged in reflective practice by regularly analyzing student feedback and adjusting instructional strategies accordingly.